So, how was everyone's Halloween?
Nah, it was decent enough. Didn't really do much. I mean, I did attend the Halloween party, but I for some reason got really sleepy after about 2 hours, so I didn't really stay for that long.
So much pain. So many high heels.
What was your cosplay? Why did you need so many high heels?
I did a gender flip of Lysander from Pokemon X and Y.
Oh, right. That.
And it was painful. But I looked hot, so.
Well, why don't we alleviate your pain by reading an extremely painful fanfiction?
How does that help?
I don't know, but I had the stupidest grin on my face when saying that.
Of course you did. Senpai, you're such a sadist.
We all are.
I'm more of a masochist. That's why I get so much glee out of reading these things and having them read to me.
So,
Well, I suppose I'm beginning with the author's note after you read the chapter title.
yep. So, Chapter 11, a challenge!
Author's note. Hello, friends. The writing class is going quite well, and I stayed after this time to talk to the teacher about my little story, which he has been so kind about helping me with. He has had lots of very helpful suggestions. An apostrophe doesn't go in lots like that.
No.
Clearly, I'm not actually getting that much help with my writing, considering that I wrote that as a contraction when it's not a contraction. And I truly think that I've been guided to this class by a purpose greater than my own, equal close parentheses. Another thing that I have gotten many messages about, the Slytherins. People are saying that somehow this means I hate Catholics. Friends, I do not hate Catholics at all. All I want is for Catholics and everybody else to go to heaven and be happy with God. Do you want to know who truly hates Catholics? The so-called Catholic Church. Ironic, But think about it. Why else would they lie to Catholics about salvation? Did you know that their leader is a socialist?
Question, Grace Ann. How do you know you're right?
It seems like a certain someone doesn't know much about the Bible or the Constitution. What does the Constitution have to do with being the Pope?
Absolutely nothing.
Because the whole world is a mercy all along one.
Because he believed in truth, because he was American, and now it was time to put it to the test. We really quote that fanfiction too much in everything else.
Well, it is the greatest fanfic ever.
It really is.
It truly is awesome.
And what about there only being one God and no others? So if any Catholics are reading this, I'm asking you this in love. Consider which is more important, your so-called religion or the truth.
Not Harry, not Hermione, not Dean Thomas, and not Ronald all walked solemnly back to the main campus. They could hardly believe what they had just read. Voldemort on their campus? I'm not sure if I should say that Voldemort is not Voldemort, because, you know, we've only heard about him so far, so... For all we know, he is perfectly accurate to the canon counterpart. What would they do if they ran into him? They quickly went to their dorms and got to sleep. Next morning, the four little ones sat together at breakfast. The spread today was truly delicious. Fluffy scrambled eggs, crispy bacon, home fries, grits, waffles, apples, orange juice, and iced tea. Truly, the blessings today were abundant.
You insensitive old man, I'm allergic to apples.
Well, we've already been over this. That means that you are of the devil.
Oh, right.
I still can't believe Voldemort has been seen on our own campus, Harry whispered after swallowing a bite of bacon. Oh wait, not Harry whispered after swallowing a bite of bacon. Neither can I, not Dean Thomas commented perceptively.
I'm scared.
Not, Hermione murmured and fidgeted with her fork.
What if he tries to kill Harry? What does Harry have to do with Voldemort in this universe?
I don't know! It will be fine, not Harry declared boldly, and then gave her hand a reassured squeeze.
Wait, I think I know! He converted his parents! To something not Christian!
And now he's coming after Harry because Harry is secretly the second coming of Christ!
Yes! Well, that would be perfectly in line with canon.
Yeah, we know. Harry's a Jesus figure. It's not like he's the only Jesus figure in modern media.
Nah.
Superman much?
Jesus Christ Superstar. Is that... No, wait, that's not modern.
Of course, mentioning Superman just made me think of the Nostalgia Critics Man of Steel review with I am Jesus! I am Jesus!
I may have been vaguely thinking about that too. Another thing we reference far too much on this channel.
Anyway. What are the four of you gossiping about? A voice said. It was smug and it came from behind them. Not Harry turned around, and he saw Draco standing behind him. You know, Draco is pretty much in character enough that I'm going to admit that it's... that I'm going to acknowledge that it is Draco. Draco's hands were folded and rested on his stomach. Behind him stood two other young men, dressed the same as Draco tan pants, brown sweater vests, and white button-up shirts.
They're dressed the same as Draco tan pants.
Yep. We were just discussing something we read in the newspaper, Harry said friendlily. Would you like to join us? Draco chortled pompously. I think not. You may be comfortable dining with women outside of your family, but I am not. I know that I am better than women. Why would I want to talk to one?
I kind of feel like he maybe intended to be Muslim.
Maybe.
But that's not actually a subset of Christianity, so I don't know why they're at this school.
Well, they kind of derive from the same thing.
Well, yeah, but this is... Well, I mean, I guess this author... I'm not going to try to think too much about it.
Harry gritted his teeth. He had had enough of this. So-called feminists these days call everything sexist. A man respecting his woman and providing for her and giving her the children at home that she truly deserves is called woman-hating. Such silliness can make us forget what real
He
sex
gives her the children? He gives her the children?
and everything else in this paragraph.
Yes, but that in particular.
Yes. Such silliness can make us forget what real sexism looks like. The truth is, women are just as smart as men. And God made us as their equals. But equal does not mean the same. Yes, it literally does.
Oh, this is a... This, oh, I know, plot twist! This is an Elseworld story of Animal Farm!
Oh my gosh! You're right! This is Christian, not Wizard Animal Farm.
And when we treat men and women as being the same and tell women to go to work all day and forget about her true calling as a wife and mother, then that is the real woman-hating. And then there are people like Draco who think that God messed up and made women worse than men. And neither is okay. That is a mean thing to say! Harry screamed bravely, and he banged his fists on the table so hard that the plates bounced. And that is a not very plausible thing to say. That is about the weakest insult I have seen. Also, I realize I actually called him Harry there, but...
I think we need to have, like, some kind of like, stereotypical so-called porno music playing in the background for this next part.
Mr. Snape looked over in their direction and he saw the commotion that was going on at that moment. He was dressed very dapperly today, in a freshly pressed dress shirt and practical pants that complemented his long, muscular legs perfectly. Above the top button of his shirt, a hint of the thick carpet underneath was visible. He carried with him a big, heavy King James version of the Bible as he sauntered across the cafeteria. What exactly is going on here? He questioned, folding his arms over his chest. Nothing, Draco muttered in the embarrassed voice of one who knows he has done wrong. But Harry boldly and honestly retorted, Draco was being a bully to the ladies! And again with the people we are supposed to disagree with being portrayed as though they know that they are wrong. With a gasp, Greg? Who the hell is Greg?
Well, clearly Severus was too wizardly a name.
Yes. Covered his
Greg
mouth.
Snape.
Covered his mouth with his delicate, long-fingered hands. Detention, Draco. We, as Christians, must be respectful of women and treat them with the gentleness they deserve as our mothers and sisters and daughters. Mr. Snape grabbed Draco's wrist and led him out of the cafeteria. Not Harry smiled holily at the sanctimonious fool. Draco shook his fist. I'll get you for this, Potter! Tonight, after dinner, in the courtyard, we will have a pray-off!
Author's note. Blessings.
Die in a fire.
A pray-off.
Yes. A pray-off.
That's the name of the next chapter? I'm just seeing it being named Chapter 12.
No, the
No,
chapter
it doesn't have a
is
name.
just named Chapter 12, but seriously, what the hell is a pray-off supposed to be? This can
Well, I
only
suppose we'll
lead
see.
to hilarious silliness.